This play is about a guy in Ohio, just very around the 70s, 80s, and he's a male he's a female trapped in a man's body, and it's about basically how he goes about transitioning, not only physically, of course, but emotionally, and how the rest of his circle, the rest of everyone else in his life, his wife, his kids, his pastor, who's a really big part of his life because of religion, and how big of a role religion played in not only his life, but him transitioning in the first place. And it's not really about her, it's about everyone else and how they react to it.
Well, Irma, she's 40 years old, going through menopause, Roy's wife. She's very traditional, conservative, not like politics conservative, but more church conservative. She has a 13-year-old daughter and a 22-year-old son, so she's going through it. She has this moody daughter that's also starting her period. Her husband is now also taking estrogen, going through it, and she is just trying to hold her family together.
I play Roy Sr., who is the father of the main character, Roy. He's very, very cranky, very misogynistic. Even it's pretty much not even implied straight up that he was abusive to Roy and his other kids. To me, I feel like this show, what it means to me, it's about loving, who you're with and staying with them, thick and thin, and supporting them in the decisions they make because you love them so much, and just being happy that they're happy.
I saw this role as an opportunity to learn a lot about a minority that I didn't really understand yet, because of lack of exposure and just lack of understanding. I was really arrogant towards a lot of the subject matter, so I took the role to learn a lot about it, and I thought that, if I could understand it, if I could empathize with these people, why can't anyone else? So I've learned so much about this community, about how much they're oppressed, about how hard it is to be in their shoes, which I think is really valuable.
It means a lot to me because I feel like we need that, even though of course 2021 people are more accepting and stuff, but I do feel like there's not a lot of trans voices, and we don't really understand, people don't understand it as much as they need to.
Playing something I've never really played before, doing something that's a little more challenging than what I've been used to, because just a year ago I was doing Disney shows pretty much, or more lighthearted stuff, and now I'm in college now, and I'm doing a very serious show, a very serious subject. I'm playing a very complicated character, having to portray a very heartbreaking, real life disease like Alzheimer's.
It's really an honor. I'm really excited. I know how I'm starting to understand how San Antonio College, how its productions really, it's kind of an outlet for a lot of people in the community. It's really valuable, and I think the fact that it's this show and all the things we can teach people and help people understand is really important, and I'm just really happy to be here. Not only is it the first show for them, it's the first show for me in a while, so it's been really good to get back on stage and get the program up and running again.
Wow.
And we are live on Facebook. All right. Well, YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. Right. Welcome. Speaking of SAC, virtually speaking of SAC, I'm Hot Mustard, joined here with Dr. Robert Vella, president president of San Antonio College. Good morning.
Good morning, Hot Mustard. What a beautiful clip there. So proud of the students for, you can tell a lot of those students, this was something new for them. And I think they've learned a lot, right? You could tell, the level of maturity with some of the subject matter. Very proud of the students, very proud of the production. I unfortunately was out of town this past weekend, but I will be going to one of those performances, probably Saturday night or so, because I do want to go support our fine arts department, and but I also I do want to see this play. I think it's powerful, and I will be there probably Saturday. I think it's the 4th through the 6th, right? Hot Mustard at 7 p.m. and then November 7th at 2 p.m. That's the last showing. So let's come out and support our students, especially. I think this play is an eye opener for how special SAC is and how accepting and how much of a family we are for all students. So what a beautiful message, what a beautiful clip. And I appreciate you playing that, Hot Mustard, because it really brings it to life, and how important and how our students are so talented, right? So they're putting productions on, but I think they're learning and maturing in bigger ways that they don't even know that they're going through right now. So amazing, truly amazing.
Yeah, it's the first play back in many months, and over a year. And I want to thank Mike Doggan, the director. I was able to go out there for the dress rehearsal last week. It is a great play. You will be moved. You will laugh. It'll hit every emotion.
Every emotion. Yeah.
Every emotion.
Yeah.
It will run right through it. I had a lot of fun with the play, and we have some new professors and some new faces over there in the fine arts department, and I've always tried to reach out to them because their students are great voice actors for radio spots here at KSYM.
Yes.
But also I really do like the plays, and I hope once we have our studio back up and running, we can bring the cast in and talk about these things more. But it was great, and I want to thank Mike Duggett for letting me go down there and see the dress rehearsal. You're not going to be disappointed with this play. You're going to love it.
Again, I want to encourage everyone. This is our the last 3 performances, and I don't want to miss this. I'm so proud of the students, and I've been hearing a lot of tremendous buzz and energy about this play. It's timely. These are things that we are in the middle of, and it's it could potentially, a lot of this is dividing our country when we should be uniting our country. And I think at this point, our students, and one of the actors and students said it well, right? It's just to seek understanding, right? I think the more you understand and the more you know, hopefully the less judgmental you will be, or so I think that's the piece that I want to drive home is that's why we come to college. That's why college is so special, is because you're able to really look at things from different points of view and really understand and be empathetic towards people, and not so quick to just say, well, this is how I brought up, so these are the values that are the norm. They're not. Everybody's upbringing is valued. Everybody's place in this earth matters and valued, and we want to support that tremendously.
Yes. So looking for normal, Thursday, Friday, Saturday this week. Shows start at 7 p.m. in the McAllister Auditorium. General admission is $10, $5 for students, employees, senior, and I believe military as well. Also, Sunday, November 7th, this coming Sunday, the last show, matinee performance, 2:00 in the afternoon. Okay. Yes. You're not going to be disappointed. It's better than anything at the movies right now, I think.
Right. That's right.
All right. A time-ticketed registration begins on Monday. The race is on. Students with 46 or more hours can begin registering for winter semester and spring semester on Monday. Then on Wednesday, 31 hours or more. That's going to be Wednesday, November 10th. And then on Friday, November 12th, students with 9 hours or more can register. Registration is open to all students on Monday, November 15th, next Monday. So get the classes you need to graduate. I'm sorry, the Monday after next, November 15th.
November 15th.
Get the classes you need to graduate and get in there quickly. Classes will fill up. So next semester, what is the percentage of classes that are going to be on campus?
Yeah, the great question. I think before the pandemic, we were at about 70% hot mustard. We are shooting for 60 to 65% face-to-face. And it's not that we're being cautious about it. I mean, it's important to be cautious, but it's important to also understand the student need and what they want. So we don't want to go completely all in face-to-face when students want a mix of face-to-face, remote, online, whatever, hybrid, whatever they want, right? So, we're going to offer quite a bit of face-to-face in the spring. We're going to see where students are registering, and then we'll make adjustments. If students are wanting more face-to-face, we'll offer more face-to-face. If students are wanting more remote or online, we're going to offer more remote and online. So we're going to be watching it. It's going to be a very dynamic approach. Even though the schedule is out, it'll be out for registration. Please know there'll be adjustments based on student need and demands on how they're registering. So we will always be prepared to pivot. But right now, the target is 60 to 65% face-to-face.
And understandably, I'm sure those numbers can change.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure this is going to be dependent upon Thanksgiving and probably 2 weeks after Thanksgiving.
No doubt. Right now, we're in a great shape. I think the city of San Antonio is under 2% positivity rate. We are way under 1% here at San Antonio College, because we're testing everybody once a week. So we're in a good position. But you're right. We've got some major holidays coming. We need to see what that's going to do. Right now, we've been in a good place to continue the plan moving forward to come back pretty much back to normal. And but again, if things change, we're prepared to make those adjustments, maybe ease up on the face-to-face and offer more online. But right now, our commitment is to try to get back to normal as quickly as possible.
Yes. Okay. So alamo.edu/SAC, and the registration is right at the top of the page. You cannot miss it. And, the beautiful part right now, do not wait until Monday to register. Go look up the classes you need right now. Get the CRN number. Be sure what you need. Also, go meet with an advisor if you are not sure.
Right. And it's important, like you said, Hot Mustard, to get out in front of this, because I guarantee you there are other students that are getting out in front. And if you want to get the right class, the right mix, the right modality, the right times to be able to balance your personal life with your academic life, it's important to get out ahead of this and make those decisions before registration goes live.
Yes. Also, San Antonio College celebrating First Gen Week. And we're going to celebrate the success of our first generation students, as well as that of our faculty and staff during First Gen Week. This is going to be starting on Monday.
Yeah, and you and I have talked about this being first gen, right? I mean, it's a difficult thing for students. It's almost like I think we've compared it to stepping into a foreign country, and trying to understand the language and the people and the culture of a college, right? So it's important that we continue to keep first gen in front of us and understand those complexities. They're stepping up, not just for them, but for their families, right? So it's important that we embrace them, nurture them, and ensure that they feel that they have a place and a home here at SAC.
Yes. So on Monday, the celebration kickoff, First Gen and Juice kickoff event, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's going to be in the SAC Mall area. You can spin the prize wheel and get a T-shirt, get some juices, and celebrate being a first-generation student here at SAC.
It's always good to get more juice, right? I mean, you got to keep the juice moving. And I'm hoping those T-shirts are the new armadillo shirts. So maybe they'll be the first group to get the new armadillo shirt. So who knows? I heard we've ordered some, Hot Mustard, so we'll see.
I think everyone's been waiting on the armadillo shirts.
Yes.
For sure.
For sure. Yes.
I'm going to try to commission a hat, an armadillo hat. I don't know what it's going to look like yet. I will try.
We will commission a hat just for Hot Mustard and we will somehow brand it with the hot mustard off to the side or something. Make sure. I think that'll be a hot item. Maybe we can do some fundraising with that hot mustard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to the San Antonio College speech team. One of the students got a third place in informative speaking. And this was at the Bayou City Swing Speech Tournament. 17 colleges and universities from across the nation. University of Texas at Austin, University of Alabama, Rice University, Texas State University. These are the type of schools that we are going up against.
That's right.
4-year institutions.
Yes.
And we're winning.
And that has been the time after time history. Our speech team has competed at a national level, not just with other community colleges, but with major tier 1 universities. So proud of our speech team and what they're doing. And we have talented students, and our faculty just know how to bring the best out of them.
Yes. So congratulations to Aaron Linville, third place. Also congratulations to Spencer Sampson and Chase Stinson. We continue on our celebration of LGBTQIA2S plus History Month. And we have an event coming up this Thursday, I believe, November 4th.
November the 4th, 6 to 8, mall area.
Yep. And it's the GSA Movie Night and Story Time, co-sponsored by the SAC Gender and Sexuality Association here at SAC. And there's going to be an outdoor screening of a family-friendly film. And can't tell you yet. You have to show up.
You have to show up. That's right.
But it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. More information on LGBTQIA2S plus History Month. Head on over alamo.edu/SAC/LHM21 on that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the SAC Tech Store is having a fall sale. And, they were offering the free virus protection, I believe, last week. There's always something going on at the SAC Tech Store.
Right.
5th floor of the Moody Learning Center. You can go in there and I was so surprised. I had to go in there a couple weeks ago. The cost of cables is pretty high. However, I was very surprised by the prices at our tech store. They are great. And it's readily available.
So Hot Mustard, are you referring to those lightning speed cable kind of charging things or something different? Because they can get costly, right? I mean, just to replace one of those.
Especially if you have Apple products and other things, the dongles and little connectors, the price can be up there. But I was very surprised with reasonable pricing over at the SAC Tech Store. They have some drones on display if you're in the market for a drone. And it's technology-based store. So there no cash, only card. Only card at the tech store.
Well, right. and again, once we fully get everything back in its natural place, that tech store will live in that second floor of Moody where we see a lot of buzz and a lot of students kind of congregating. So I know it's not in the best location, but we will get it back in a location that's appropriate for students to be able to have access to their technology needs at very, as you said, Hot Mustard, at very reasonable costs. So very, very excited to bring that back down to the second floor.
Yes. Also going through change, the bookstore, the SAC bookstore on campus is going through a change.
Yep.
So I believe Barnes and Noble is
is our new partner. Correct. So we're expecting some great things. I mean, we all know what the look and feel of Barnes and Noble is when we go out and about in the community. So we wanted to be a very, very special place for our students that they can feel great about their SAC Tech store and the branding and all the things that we're doing. So, looking forward to what the outfit will look like for our students.
Yes. Yeah. When I first got here in 2007, we had the bookstore in the Lofton, but we also had L&M across the street. And then we had university bookstores down the street.
Right.
But also across from the college.
Yes.
The technology and the way it's going, I would have never guessed we would only have one bookstore left.
Right.
On campus. This is amazing.
Right. And I think students are getting very smart about what their needs are, and utilizing various sources to be able to manage some of the costs. So very proud of what we're doing. And now, we have a very, very calculated effort around OERs, which is the free supplemental materials that we need to try to avoid the cost of textbooks for our students, because we know we're very proud of keeping our tuition down. It's all the other costs that are going up that students are having a struggle with. So I think Barnes and Noble is going to be a great partner to also provide students some great resources and some great discounts and things like that to be able to continue to thrive in this industry. But at the end of the day, our students know what they're looking for, and if we can wrap it all into one bill, and it's all part, and you've got access to those instructional materials from day one, so that you don't have to depend on, gosh, I can't buy my book till 2 weeks into the class. That's not a good thing. So we're doing everything we can to get students their instructional materials up front, so that they're able to get ready for the class the first day of class, or maybe the week before class, so that they're not struggling buying their materials 2 weeks into the course.
Definitely. And we've heard some of the horror stories where, and it seems like it's technology based disciplines where you buy the textbook, but at the end of the semester you can't sell it back because it's already out of print.
Right.
It's dated information already.
Right.
So, and luckily professors are realizing this as well, and they're utilizing the open educational resources even more.
That's right. Because the content is the content, right? Regardless of what edition it is, if the content is there, I think professors, as you said, are getting really innovative and creative to be able to utilize some of those low cost materials, but still ensuring that you don't compromise the integrity of that class. So we're learning more, we're evolving, and it's and the students are benefiting, which is the great thing, right? Because the students are first.
Yeah. All right. Well, Student Advocacy Center is having a pop-up next Thursday, and it's going to be 3 to 4 pop-up food market in Lot 8. It's at the corner of Howard and Cortland, catty corner to KSYM, and we're looking for volunteers. I know they're out there.
They're out there, right? And here's the thing that we all know: this is the time of the season and the year where we get really excited about the holidays, right? And what's to come. But it also puts a lot of pressure on our students in a community that may not have the means to celebrate the holidays, right? That's the part that's heartbreaking, because it's like, how do I feel good about the holidays when I know my fellow classmate is struggling, right? And not being able to do what they need to do for the holidays. So let's come out as volunteers and help our student, our community, by giving back. If you're fortunate to be able to have a great Thanksgiving lunch or dinner, and you've got all those plans, you are blessed. But there are other folks out there that may not be able to experience that. So let's go out and do something special for our own community and our own students. And I know our Student Life program puts on all kinds of Thanksgiving lunches and things free for students, and we want to do that. But this pop-up market is key to not just for the student, but maybe the student's family or the student's extended family, to be able to help them through some very difficult times. So let's go out and help our fellow classmates.
Yes. And faculty and staff, they can also volunteer. I recommend going to the Advocacy Center and telling them you want to volunteer.
That's it.
They can walk you through the process. That's the best way, and get yourself affiliated with the people over there and the wonderful work that they do.
We are part of a national initiative called Campus Caring Campus, right? We've started the initiative with our staff, and now we're starting the programming for our faculty. We are truly a caring campus, Hot Mustard, and this is why we do what we do, because of times like this when we need to step up and volunteer. We all do step up and volunteer. I think, Jillian, the director, was telling me how people just started off a little slow, but the last pop-up market, but just a few phone calls, they had an army of volunteers from SAC come over and just make it all worthwhile. So again, I want to thank our SAC community for stepping up in a big way. These are some of our busiest times for a lot of folks, and it's hard for them to get out of the office. But I tell you, when you get out of the office and you get outside and you start helping with this, it really, it's a break from all the things that we're doing and puts it all into perspective as to what matters most. And students' basic needs right now are very important for students to get through this semester. So let's go out and support it.
Definitely. The Victory Center is going to be hosting some events coming up next week, because next week is Veterans Week. So if we can pull up the flyer.
There it is.
There we go. So next week, Tuesday, November 9th, Heroes Memorial Garden ceremony. That's going to be at 9 a.m. It's going to be the Victory Center front lawn. Also, veterans can go by the Victory Center next week and get a gift bag. There's also breakfast for veterans on Wednesday, November 10th, and a Veterans Day memorial service on Thursday, November 11th. And that's 10 a.m. in the Valor rooms, the Victory Center Valor rooms. It's a great space, the Victory Center. We're very lucky to have it here at San Antonio College.
Yes, and I can tell you on November the 11th, I know it says speakers to be announced, and I think, but we've got a very special event planned for our veterans and our champion, Senator Jose Menendez, and we've got some very special programming that will be conducted on that day at that time. So again, I'd like for us to show Senator Menendez all the love and support for what he's done to secure this Victory Center and other things that he secured throughout the Alamo colleges. But special ceremony, November 11th at 10 a.m. at the Victory Center. So come on out and support our state senator who made the Victory Center possible.
Yes. And coming up this Thursday, the SAC Farm Stand, and it's a partnership between the Eco Centro and the Garcia Street Urban Farm. And that's going to be this Thursday, November 4th, 10 a.m. to 1. And it's going to be at the Student Advocacy Center. And the food bank's actually going to have their mobile mercado coming to the SAC Mall area Monday, November 15th. And they're going to be out there 10 to 11:30.
That's great.
Get some vegetables and some fruits. Need some vitamin C. Definitely.
That's always good to have more vitamin C. and not in a pill form, right? So that's the good thing, right? Yeah.
I think as you get older, the vegetable intake, it's more appreciated.
It really is.
Meals.
Yeah. there's a nice balance that's so appreciated that you don't appreciate maybe at 18 or 19, right? So
Brussels sprouts are delicious.
Oh gosh, I wouldn't go that far.
It depends what protein you're eating with it.
I think you're right. It depends on the protein you're eating with it, right?
All right. Well, it is that time of the show. Time flies when you're having fun. Catch us here every Tuesday morning, 8:30 to 9. I'm Hot Mustard. Thank you, Dr. Vela.
Thank you, Hot Mustard. It's always a pleasure.